Well, that's though you want it to be at the front end, it's still secondary, and it has to be secondary because really the focal point, what we've talked to our guys about, is finishing off this second season. We break it down into four, and first season's non-league, second season is the league, and we got a chance here to go undefeated at home. We got a chance here to finish fourth. By finishing fourth, that helps us in season three, being the Pac-12 tournament, because it would give us a bye in that first round and be one of the top four teams, to where now we go 8 days before we play again. And for a team that, obviously playing at 8 guys, that helps us. If we can get separation of 8 days to one, rest and work on some things going into the Pac-12 tournament, and by getting Wednesday, we'd have a 3-game win streak going. So those are the things that we're obviously really hammering home to the guys. But in the back of their minds, and obviously the back of our minds, we know how much meaning this game has to getting to season 4, being the NCAA tournament. But still, we got to kind of stay in the moment and understand what it's about. And I want our guys. We've been a pretty enthusiastic group all along as far as what they've been able to do at home. And we were a little bit quiet in the Washington State game, and that's kind of been our demeanor on the road. But at home, we've had a little bit different demeanor, and we just got to get that demeanor back, of being really enthused and excited, and hopefully being senior day with the 4 players that we're honoring, the 2 managers that we're honoring. I'm hoping that helps as well. But our guys know there's a lot riding on this. But you got to relax and enjoy it too. You can't just feel all that and put it all on your shoulders. We want to make sure we're playing who we are, being who we are in that game, because it's going to be a difficult task. USC is a very dangerous opponent here late in the season. They've been playing very, very hard.
How do you make sure the guys do stay relaxed, knowing how much is at stake, especially when you have such a young
Well,
person?
we didn't do much of anything yesterday. We thought we were a little leg heavy, and a little bit. I don't think we were flat, because I don't want to. I thought Washington State played really well. I thought they had a really good game plan. They played well against us. They shot the ball well through about the first 25 minutes of the game. So we got their best shot, and so I'm very pleased with how our guys were able to respond in some adversity under pressure. And I think that helps us going into Wednesday's game, because if all of a sudden we're in that situation again, the guys have had that feeling before. So it's about not wear and tear on the legs and bodies now. A lot of more mental focus. We're in the film room more than we are out on the court this time of year. But our guys also know, and we've told them, you just got to get through Wednesday. You get through Wednesday, and now it's possible 8 days before you play. And it could work out, depending on what happens, but it could work out that our next opponent 8 days from now will play 3 games before we ever play a game again. And that's got to help us. That puts the momentum back in our place again. So it's important that we just get through Wednesday with an awful lot of energy and being healthy. So we got one more day of good, crisp, short practice here today with some film work. And at this point of the year, the guys know what to do. We're not changing a lot of things of who we are. Just do what we do at both ends of the floor and do it as well as you can, and that's kind of the message we've been giving them.
Obviously, when Tony plays like he did on Sunday, it's a big help. How do you make sure that he does that as opposed to the past couple of games?
Well, we said back in October that I thought if there was a key to this team, because of our youth, because of our inexperience, I thought the key to the team was going to be Tony, because he gives you something that I didn't think a lot of teams in the Pac had. Not a lot of teams, even in our non-league, had. The Kentuckys, the Gonzagas had it, but having a power forward / center that could really be a low post threat. And if you look around the league, you look around, there's not a lot of guys that we've played, other than maybe Kentucky or Gonzaga, that you really think about double teaming. And I think Tony brings that presence to him. And if we get the ball going inside out, our offense is so much better. So we have to have a presence in the paint, and we're a good driving team. So we've been driving the ball very well, but when we can post the ball as well, then we're making sure that the ball's going inside first, and then it comes back out, and our shooters can get good looks at shots. So he's a big key, and he's a big key defensively. And I thought Tom did a great job. 4 blocks, 14 minutes. Tom's starting to come around as well. So those 2 guys are big keys to us, because not just of what they present to us offensively, but how they can anchor our defense. And so that's going to be a key for us.
What's USC doing better now than maybe they weren't doing last time you guys played them?
Well, there's been a lot of games, so I know in the last 5 games, I think they've been without McLaughlin the last 5 games, and I think Jacobs has been terrific. Jacobs and Stewart's been shooting the ball better. Janovic, I still think, is one of the better bigs in our league, and he had 14 on us in the first game in the first half. So, but I think they're playing very hard, which is it's a tribute to Andy and his staff to be in the position they are and playing as hard as they are. That's a tribute to them, and so they are playing hard. They're playing aggressive, obviously playing free. Not a lot of pressure to them, but they're playing up and down. They're getting up and down, and that's going to be a big key for us. We've got to do a good job in transition. I thought Washington and Washington State both at times hurt us in transition. So our shot selection, taking care of the basketball, I think that really helped us in the second half against Washington State. We didn't turn the ball over, so we didn't allow them to get out and run as fast as they were in the first half. So defensively, it starts with what we do offensively, the shot we get, and then making sure we get matched up in transition and make them go against our half-court defense. Jacobs is a little different. I think in those 5 games, he's averaging something like 11, 7, and 7. So not only is he assisting, but he's scoring and he's rebounding. So that's a point guard that's getting across the board a lot of things done. So I think that approach has been good. They're playing fast. They're playing pretty aggressive defensively. Rotation hadn't changed a whole lot, other than maybe Duke's coming in and playing now where he wasn't playing when McLaughlin was in there. But they're doing a lot of good things. They've been in a lot of games. I think they've had 6 of their losses have been by 5 or fewer points. So they've been right there. So it's important for us to start the game well and then just sustain that and make sure we're doing what we need to do.
Honestly, I don't know. I honestly still can't believe that tomorrow's going to be my last game here. It's been a great 4 years, and it's really flew by. And I'm just glad that I've been able to play here and wear the 4 letters across my chest. It means the world to me, and I'm just really thankful.
Last time playing USC too, potentially. You could get in the tournament. But what are your thoughts on getting one last crack at them?
I think not only myself, but the team included is really happy. I'm really excited about this game. It's not every day you get to play USC for the last game of the conference, and Coach was telling us yesterday that we have a chance to make them finish alone last in the conference. So that's another big motivation for us to get a win tomorrow, not only because it's senior night and it's going to be our last time playing in Pauley, but to be able to be the reason why they finished last in the conference. It's going to be really big for us to do that and pull out the win. So I'm just really excited that it's coming down the way it is right now.
You're smirking a little bit when you said that.
I'm just excited. It's a big game for me and for the team. We know we really need this one to secure a spot for the 4th seed and get a day off, and for everything we want to do with postseason. So can't wait to play tomorrow.
Does it feel like the most important game that you play against USC in your career?
Yeah, definitely. It's my last game going out, so I want to go out in style, get a win. I think I've only lost to USC once, and that was my sophomore year here, so it's a little bit of payback. Last time we came in here and wore new jerseys and things like that, and they kind of punched us in the face. So ready to have a little payback on them and get a win and sweep them for the season.
How do you balance playing with a sense of urgency but kind of staying loose knowing how much is at stake?
I think that's just basketball. I always play with a sense of urgency. I'm always excited and play with it. Same style, aggressiveness, and same mindset. So it's just completing the win. Every time I step on the court, I'm trying to be the best I can be and help this team win. So that's the only thing I'm thinking about, no matter what's at stake here, the pressure, whatever it is. It's playing basketball the way I know how to play and the way the team knows how to play, and that's what we're going to do.
How does USC look different on film without McLaughlin?
We know they're playing well. Some guys have had increased production due to his shoulder injury, and they're going to be out here playing loose, aggressive, and just trying to get a win heading into the tournament. So we're going to have to shut that down and match their energy because there's no pressure on them. The pressure's on us to get a win and solidify a spot for us and to do stuff postseason. So it's all on us, and that's something that we struggled with last game. So I think the guys have extra motivation to come out and play the type of style of basketball we know how to play.
I feel much more comfortable, much more confident playing here. I learned a lot this whole year. There's a lot of ups and downs. It's coming to the end. I had a lot of fun. Ready to finish the regular season out with a bang.
How important is it for you to make the NCAA tournament in your first year in college?
It's very, very important. It's a big goal. UCLA, that's something that we're used to doing. used to being there every year. So for us not to make it, that'd be a failure. So we make sure we want to make it. I think we control our own destiny. We have to win games, and I think we have a good chance to make it.
How's the season gone, kind of relative to your expectations coming into school?
It was pretty good. I think I played well. Our team has some ups and downs, but we were a pretty young team. That's what we expected. I think we have been coming together as a group recently, and I think we're ready to make a run.
Is there anything you wish that you had done a little differently this season?
I don't really have no regrets. I really enjoyed my season so far. I enjoyed my coaches. I enjoyed my teammates. I think I gave up my max effort every game I played, so I don't really have no regrets.
I know we just gotta win games, and got a big one tomorrow. So just focus on winning games, and we should be fine.
What is it about that USC front line? I know you talked about going up against smaller guys, how that's given you trouble in the past. How have you tried to adjust to that specifically?
You just gotta play harder, pick your spots well. Gotta draw a lot of contact because they're faster, so you gotta hit their bodies. But other than that, that's pretty much how you do it. You draw a lot of contact, play bigger. USC front line is really good. They play real active. Darian Clark's from Atlanta, so you know they're real tough, and it's gonna be a good game.
Looking back this season, does it feel like you guys have missed a lot of chances to solidify the NCAA tournament?
Definitely. We lost games, but we can't look at that now. We try to keep playing, have fun, and make sure we have a good senior night.
What's been the biggest difference between these last two games and the games before that for you?
Well, Norman's hitting layups. That's big for him. He's not a great guy hitting layups, but now I'm playing. But it's just been easier for us to get the ball. We've been attacking well. We set screens well, and Norman's been penetrating and dishing now. So they have to really pay attention to him. So we're getting a lot of good looks, and me and Kavon's been playing really well off each other. And we're just trying to get in the groove before Pac-12 tournament time.
What about you specifically? The last game you got, I think, 5 offensive rebounds.
Just picking your position, watching film, and watching where balls are going to land most of the time. So that's one big thing we have to do, just play position basketball, and that's really how I get my offensive rebounds, is just being in the right position.
Got anything special planned for Norman? Last game tomorrow?
Yeah, it's Norman's last game. It's gonna be hard to perform something special because he's so old. He's an old guy. So just I hope he plays well. I hope he hits a jump shot because I always mess with him about his jump shot. It doesn't look as good as mine. His free throw doesn't either. But he knows as long as I'm not guarding him, you can ask him, like, when I guard him, he doesn't score. As long as I'm not guarding him, he's all right. He's good.
So you just have to have the retirement party before like 9 p.m.
Yeah.
Before he has to go to bed.
Yeah, that's the big thing. Norman does have a bedtime. His mom calls, checks on him, so after the game, we probably do something the next morning for him, like a brunch or a breakfast. He likes oatmeal, so probably just have like a little brunch for him.